Flosstube. Welcome to Boba Jessie Stitches. I'm Jessie, and this is my channel about cross stitching. Today is a Flosstube extra. I am recording on January 2nd, on Monday, January 2nd in the new year. I know there was just a WIP parade not that long ago, and you're like, but that's okay. It's that time of year where we kind of start the new year fresh, and we kind of take a look at where we are and what we're going to be doing. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you my WIP parade. And but I know that this is being uploaded a little bit later than my recording date, but today is January 2nd that I am recording it. And so I'm going to go through all my projects, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about my 2023 plans, if you can call them that. So let's get going. So going into 2023, I have currently 11 WIPs that were what I had as of midnight on December 31st going into January 1st, and so that is where I'm going to start with. All right, going from oldest to most recent. My oldest WIP that's actively working in right now is Cinderella Wishes Upon a Dream. This is a kit by MCG Textiles, artwork by Thomas Kinkade. Everything is provided by the kit, 18 count AIDA, and the floss on there. This is where we are as of today, and my plans for this is to finish in 2023, and hopefully by May. I am mostly done. This is just a quarter left down here, and so I plan on focusing on this as my primary full coverage focus piece until it is finished. I really enjoy it. I love the piece, and unfortunately though it's just large, it does burn me out a little bit. But otherwise, we'll get there. I'm going to try to put things away as we go. But there we go. So that's Cinderella. Next up is my second oldest piece. I do not know when I actually started working on Cinderella, but it was sometime. That's the best I can offer in terms of a start date. But next up is going to be Sailor Moon Squad. This is by Tilton Crafts. The artwork is by Daniel Kordek. I started this on April 2nd in 2020. I'm doing this on 25 count Lugana 1/1 full cross. And this is where we are as of today. And my goal for Sailor Moon Squad in 23 is to put in something like 50,000 stitches. This is going to be my focus piece. I am in the Fandom Stitching Central Facebook challenge group. We do have a full coverage challenge for the year, and this is going to be this is my declared piece, and I'm going to work on this, and the goal is to hit all of those challenges, which I believe is a page finish and like 15 of them. So, but overall, if I don't hit that, my actual goal is to finish a minimum Sailor Venus and get started on the next squad. Whichever direction I decide to go, I will probably go towards Sailor Jupiter. So, but that is my full coverage pieces. I don't plan on starting another full coverage piece until I finish at least one of these. And if I finish Cinderella, not if, when I finish Cinderella, I do plan to start a mini Haid, and we'll talk about that when I actually start it, because it's not a WIP, it's a plan. So, next up, we are now going into actual projects. I have the Tree of Magic. This is by Barbara Anna Designs, and this is a kit from Nitka Moscow. Everything is from the kit, and it is a 32 count even weave, and everything is 2/2 with the called for DMC. I started this on February 19th of 2021. My goal for 2023 is to finish all of the non-full coverage pieces that were started prior in 2021 or earlier, and I have 3 of those plus Cinderella, which is part of my finishing goals. So my goal is to finish Tree of Magic. Now, when I have a finishing goal, it will become my focus pieces until they are done. So that is going to be the goal for that. After that, now all of my bags, by the way, if you're just curious, are from the 805 Stitcher, available on Etsy. Okay. Next up, I have my Notion app over here where it has all my information, so I can pull everything up and give you accurate information. Next up is the Lunar Princess Stitch Along. This is from Sleeping Luna Designs. I am stitching this 32 count even Lugana Phantom by Picture This Plus. 2/2 with all of the called for DMC. And this is where I am. I finished the rose representing Tuxedo Mask, and I've started working on Jupiter's symbol. I do not plan, so when you look at this, all of this yellow that's in there, I do not plan on filling in those yellow. I plan on leaving it blank so that way you can see this beautiful fabric cutting through. Again, this is going to be a focus piece for this year because I did start it in 21 and I would like to have it finished before the end of 23. All right. Next up is I Search for an Ancestor by the Laurel Witch. It says, I search for an ancestor who would have been considered a suffragette, harlot, witch, mystic, or queen. This I started on, this is being stitched on 32 count Lugana, Haunted by Seraphim hand-dye fabrics. I am doing all of the called for DMC. I do plan on doing a conversion for the skin tone. And I started this on October 3rd of 2021. So not a lot of progress on this one. I still plan, it's my goal to finish it this year. But I got a lot to do. So, but that's okay. It will get done. I am convinced of it. So that's it. Those are all of my 2021 projects. I feel like that's doable. That's 4 projects that has a goal, an actual goal of finishing. And I think I can do that. All right. Everything else is something I started in 22. So first up is going to be Lady Justice by Mirabilia. I am stitching this on 32 count Lugana Cote Does by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And make sure I have it the right way. And that is what I have done so far. So not a ton, but it was something. So I like to try to have some kind of justice-oriented piece going at any given time. So this will probably take a while, but that is where we are. But yeah, everything is called for 2/2, and we'll go from there. I've never done beading, so this is my first time doing beading. I do plan on doing a skin conversion for her as well. As for those of you who do not know, and this is the first time that you are encountering me, I'm a legal aid attorney, and so I try to have a justice piece going at every time because that's what I do. So, all right. My next project is, I thought I started this one a little bit later than I did, but it's not true. So next up is Halloween Wreath. Now this is a mystery stitch-along, year-long stitch-along from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I started this on October 3rd in 2022. So this is through Clue 3. As of today, Clue 4 has been released, but I only have printed Clue 3 so far. And I am doing this on 32 count Lugana 2/2 with the called for DMC on Silver Moon Fabrics by Yummy Fiberlicious Fibers. And this is where I am as of today. I am going to try to finish Clue 3 today, so maybe I should have waited to film, but that's where we are. I love Frosted Pumpkin. I had kind of lost my stitching bug for a while, and it was Frosted Pumpkin that kind of guided it back to me, and so, soft spot there. Alright, next up is going to be In Spring by Indie Stitchy. So that's where it is. This was a box from Fangirl Fibers, so everything is from Fangirl Fibers. The floss, which is silks, it's going to be silks, as well as a 32 count linen Underworld. That is my first time stitching with silk, so it's been a dream to work with. But that is where I am so far on that. And I started this on October 7th, 2022. I am currently a very big fan of the Persephone and Hades storyline. I love all of the ways that it's being reinterpreted to make it a little bit less problematic of a story. But I also appreciate that it is a way to get people to learn about classics, which I think is a good thing. Even problematic history is a good thing. So, very excited about that. All right. You might have noticed a theme because I had a lot of new starts in October and they were around a certain theme. My next one up is A Spooky Stroll by Autumn Lane Stitchery. This was in the box from Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I started this on October 17th in 2022. I am stitching this on Rainy Day, 32 count Lugana Rainy Day by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. I am doing a conversion. It's my own conversion into Forbidden Fiber Co.'s floss. So that's where I am. This one I actually think I'll probably get done sooner rather than later, although it's not on my goals list in the sense of like I must finish it. I think that it is such a fun little stitch and that I'll probably get it done pretty fast. I am a Halloween 365 kind of person. All right. And I think I only have just a couple of more. Next up is one that I have been itching to start for like a year, and I don't know why. It took me forever to finally get around to doing it. But Baba Yaga by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Finally got this one started on Halloween on October 31st, 2021. It's a big piece. I don't anticipate finishing it this year. But I am doing this on 32 count linen catacombs by B Stitch Me, where everything is called for. Again, not awful. I think this is the right way up. It might be this way. I think it's this way. So yeah, it's this way. So there it is. And I'm looking forward to really working on it a little bit more. All called for DMC. I'm not sure I mentioned that. All right. My last WIP that I started in 2021 is Here Be Dragons by Modern Folk Embroidery as part of his Dark Crosses line. So that's where it is. I started this on December 17th, 2022. I am stitching this on 32 count Lugana Papyrus by Color in Cotton. And I'm using Shadow Plum. I'm doing monotone. Plum Shadow by Roxy Flosco. And this is where I am as of today. Very excited about this. I was tempted to do Jacob's year-long stitch along. But I was like, I couldn't. I was like, oh, I have so much I want to do. So that's where we are. And now a bonus. So those are actually the WIPs I'm carrying into 2023. But yesterday was New Year's Day. You can't start a new year and not have a new start. And so I did have a new start, which is part of the Forbidden Fiber Co. Steampunk Sheep line series. And I started on Lord Theodore Witherbottom. There he is. And it's so new, I don't even have them in my system yet. So everything is from Forbidden Fiber Co. It's 32 count linen. The fabric is called Frozen. And look at that. I got a pretty good solid start on him. Look at that cute little smile. He's going to be a big fella, isn't he? So that is it. So a bonus WIP new start for 2023. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. Those are all my WIPs. So as of January 2nd, I have 12 WIPs. 11 carried over. One new start from January 2nd. My goal of those 11 WIPs is to finish 4 of those. Cinderella, Tree of Magic, I Search for an Ancestor, and my my Lunar Princess Sal. So those are the actual goals that I have as it relates to my WIPs going into 23. I also have 2 other goals as it relates to new starts, which is to finish the series. I'm calling it the Finish the Series Challenge or Finish the Series Sal. If you want to join in, if you are a completionist and you're like, I need to finish series, join in with me. Yeah, let's do that. I actually didn't even check. I wasn't even thinking about this. But if someone else is already doing Complete the Series Sal, let's all join that person to complete the series Sal. So we're going to call it the Complete the Series Sal. And so I have finished 3 of the Hello series from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I have done Hello Petal, Hello Pumpkin, and Hello Deer. So I've done spring, fall, and winter. I have not done Hello Sunshine. That was the last one that got released. That's the one I still need to do. It will be a brand new start, so I'm going to work on that. I'm also going to be finishing the series on another seasonal one from Frosted Pumpkin, which is a season series. I had done one for winter, and so I have spring, summer, and fall to do for that one, and I will be doing those as well. So you will see those as they get started. But those are my only real plans that I have for 23. I don't really create resolutions or goals or things like that. I'm very much a seaweed stitcher. Stitch what you want when you want. And I find myself when I do things like WIP Go or other things like that where I'm kind of forced into a pattern or a project, I tend to not want to do it. So it's a little bit better for me to have full control over what my time is going to be spent on, and I'm more likely than not to be motivated on things. With that, I am doing 2 challenges this year that I hope that you will consider joining me on. So one, I'm definitely going to be following along with Dee's 20 Stitches and Uncanny Cardi as they host a year-long Stitch for Pride education and stitching challenge for the whole year. They did a fantastic job in during Pride Month in June, but it was so much information. It was really hard to keep up. So the fact that they are doing it over the year, I think is extraordinary. The thankfulness for the labor that they are putting into this for us. But I'm going to be doing my best to do at least one project a month that will meet the criteria for the for the Stitch for Pride prompt. And then I also am part of the Fandom Stitching Central, and that is on Facebook. Links down below. I am co-leading this with a Team Dwarves with my friend Adele, who is Del Cat Meow on both Flosstube and on Instagram. And but they have 5 teams on the different. So you don't have to ask to be on Team Dwarf. You don't even have to be on a team. But it is basically a prompt stitching group where it's every week there's going to be some prompts based off of Lord of the Rings. You don't even have to be a fan of the fandom. There will be some reading and watching challenges, so that way if you do want to watch the movies and you do want to read the books, you get points for that, but no requirements. It's just really just a way to kind of help create a fun environment to give some interesting prompts and challenges to help move your WIPs along and projects along. So I hope you will consider joining us. It's a lot of fun, non-competitive. In fact, the admin of the group, which is Shannon, it's has made it very clear to all of the leaders that she wants this to be fun, no drama. And so I can't imagine what would be the drama because there's nothing. It's just you. It's you and your stitching and what you put into it. So hopefully you'll consider joining that. But otherwise, those are really my only plans. As it relates to Flosstube, I do have a goal to try to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm still part of the under 1,000 subs club, which is okay. I didn't do this to have views or to make money or anything along that lines. I don't really care about that. But there are some features that become available to you via YouTube if you do hit 1,000 subscribers. And so I want to know what those are. So I would like to try to hit that. And so I still plan on recording my floss tubes on a monthly basis. I don't stitch enough projects to really have enough floss tube content to do it more than once a month. So I do plan on doing that going forward. But I am planning on also doing what effectively be floss tube extras every couple of weeks to do something. I have my regular floss tube and then do something that's a little bit adjacent that would be applicable. So I do have some videos planned for the next few months anyways. We'll see how much I have, if I can sustain the content, but we'll see. So that's one of my goals as it relates to floss tubes. And I also have a goal to start a Twitch stream. I don't know when that's going to happen. It's really hard to think about a regular schedule that I can do, but that is a goal. So if you're on Twitch, come back, follow me on Instagram, and I'll let you all know when that launches. So that's it. That's my WIP parade. It's so short. There's other people that I've been watching that are so long, but that's okay. I don't know. Is that do we want to do kit parades? Is that something that y'all are interested in kit parades? I got quite a bit of kits that I can do, and but let me know. I don't. We can definitely whip out my cart and do all that. So, but otherwise, wherever you are, I hope you are having a stitchy good time. If you have a WIP parade, let me know. I'll go take a look. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.